Today is Friday the 1st of May, and this is the third of my video diaries looking at the progress in the garden in the spring of 2009. You'll see that there's been a huge amount of growth, as you would expect, during April, and things have really kind of burgeoned and bloomed since just a month ago when I made the last diary entry. So I shall go in the garden and have a look in some close-up what developments have happened and what the main things to point out are. It's the 1st of May and I'm now down in the garden having a look at what's been happening in the last month since I last did a video diary. This border now was kind of it's quite heavy with wallflowers, Dutch iris there. Quite a few things have sort of come and gone. I cleared it out this week because all the grape hyacinth are now finished, so I wanted to make a bit of way so other things can grow below them. Honeysuckle's coming on apace, but unfortunately it's also beginning to get black fly, which can happen at this time of the year, so I'll have to keep an eye on that one. It may be that impedes flowers growing. And down this side all the potted plants continue to grow. One or two of them I've actually planted out. See, the buddleia, which was just a stump a month ago, is now growing about 3 foot. And I'll go over the fence now and have a look at what's happening over there. Just have a panoramic view of the garden. The juice mallow, which I believe is the name of the yellow pom-pom-like flower thing, that's finished now, and I've cropped that back already, given it a bit of a trim. I'll go down to that border in a minute because that's been completely sorted out. It's a huge job over the last month. But if you have a look around, all the borders down there coming on quite nicely with a whole range of flowers. And similarly, there's all kinds of stuff growing down here and have been planted since last time. I'll just start down here, I suppose. The only thing that's struggling is this Japanese anemone, which I've already moved once, and it's kind of okay, but it's looking a bit sort of soy around the edges, so something's not suiting it. Sun roses there are beginning to show signs of flowers, which will be out soon. Raspberries are doing well. Loads of strawberries along this stretch. Shan't go into too much detail, just have a general kind of look around. All sorts of flowering bushes in this part, lavender, lavatera. Added a few new hollyhocks on this side, which hopefully will grow before the slugs eat them. This one's rather eaten already, unfortunately. Snails and slugs come out as soon as you get any rain. Looking across, I spent days actually digging out this section. This is the biggest task I took on in April, probably just after the last video diary. I spent days digging out all the long grass, which was really deep rooted, and took me like days to try and clear it, and then planted all kinds of things, from some climbing roses at the back to some hollyhocks and foxgloves in front, and I replanted lots of irises which were being kind of smothered by all the long grass. There's also some strawberries in there, and I bought some new strawberry plants down this end. Then I've got a peony, some purple rain, a new flower that I've not seen before. That little pink bush which has just stopped flowering, that was one that was potted up before, so that's been put there. I've got lots of lovely dog roses. There's going to be hundreds of those on that tree this month, so that's going to be a highlight of May, I think. And then I won't go into detail down here, but just kind of generally painted the garden furniture looking nice and red and brown, and things like chives are out. This purple flower that I don't know the name of down here is coming back strong. That can go mildewy later in the year, so I have to keep an eye on that. But generally things are kind of growing very well. There's the Chianthus, the sort of blue looking tree at the back in front of the crab, which is already flowered with blossom, so everything's looking pretty good. I'll just go down in the far corner where we've got a few plants there. Yeah, this is a far corner where we've got some nice aquilegia is growing, sort of establishing a little cluster in this corner, and there's a cistus, a broom there, which is going to have some purple flowers very shortly. Various other tall hollyhocks and foxgloves I've planted at the back, and this sort of pink fountain thing is doing very well. Regalia are about to come out in red flowers, and then there's the Chianthus looking all lovely and purple, and down below it we've got periwinkle, or vinceus, which is growing nice and thick. And I'll just have a bit of a panorama, and that'll do for my May video diary. Lots of bugs around at the moment, a few butterflies, the odd bee, so hopefully that will keep things pollinating and growing throughout the summer. But I think I'll probably finish my planting now. I've got about as much as I can in. Just one thing I comment on is there's a few things you can maybe just about see down there, which are rhubarb growing. I'm going to put some perpetual spinach in there, and that's going to be the extent of my vegetable and fruit growing this year. Okay, well, I'll do it again in June and see how far we've progressed by then.